Hi everyone, CFL Park Hopper here at Seaworld Orlando, and we're here today to check out everything going on at SeaWorld. So if you're planning a 2025 trip here to the park, you can see all there is to see here at SeaWorld because there's always a lot going on here. Let's get started. Now I say SeaWorld is a park that has something for everyone. They have major roller coasters here. In fact, let me count. This here is the Manta roller coaster. Where you're gonna lay down like kind of on your stomach. We're gonna stand here and let it come around. That's 1. 2, they have the Kraken. 3, the Mako. 4, the Penguin Trek. 5, Icebreaker. 6, Pipeline. 6 roller coasters. So if you're into roller coasters, SeaWorld's a good park. They also have all of the animal exhibits here, sea animal exhibits. We're going to check out some of those today. They have shows with the orcas, with the sea lions. They have a show with the dolphins. Just lots of great things. They have Sesame Street Land for the young kids. And they have lots of festivals that go on at SeaWorld throughout the year. Coming up very soon here in February, March, and April, they're going to be having their Seven Seas Food Fest, which I think is one of the best food festivals here in all of Orlando. Here comes the Manta. This is a ton of fun. And just lots of other things going on. So we're just gonna walk the park and I'll share with you some tips and tricks for your 2025 visit. Now we're here on a Sunday in January, and on select weekends in January, they have a thing called Inside Look. An Inside Look is really cool because it takes you backstage behind the scenes of certain animal exhibits. In here they have the Marine Mammal Care. I think this is where you can see the dolphins up close, and this is kind of like pointing us in the right direction. There's one about the coral reef rescue and the SeaWorld Rescue Center, where they rescue some of the manatees and turtles from the wild, bring them here and rehabilitate them and release them once they are ready to go back out. So you can hear about that today. They also talk about the Manta Aquarium over here, and the sea lions will be at the Pacific Point Preserve. And I think there's a couple other exhibits throughout the park as well. So I may stop into some of these. I try to come to this event like once a year. So I've seen this marine mammal one before with the dolphins. That's pretty cool. But I'm trying to find a couple that I haven't seen before. So I'm actually gonna head over to the coral reef one because I haven't heard about the coral reef rescue efforts too much that they have been working on here at SeaWorld. But again, I'm gonna keep talking about the park as we go along. So SeaWorld to me is a much more laid back park than like the Disney parks and the Universal parks. As you can see, there's wide open pathways here to walk. And if you come a lot of times on weekdays throughout the school year or off-season weekends, this is the kind of crowd you're gonna get. Now, during holiday breaks and summertime, and when that SeaWorld Food Festival is going on that I talked about in the spring here, the weekends will be very, very busy. So if you're looking for a lighter crowd time to come to this park, definitely weekdays on your trip would be good. But if you want to catch some of those festivals, then you have to come here on weekends because that's the only time they offer the special events and festivals is on weekend days. This over here is Stingray Lagoon, and if you are so brave, you can dip your hand in and pet a stingray if one swims by you. Here comes one now. I have never actually been brave enough to stick my hand in the water and pet the stingray, but they do have food feeding stations where you can purchase food, and they have hand washing stations as well. So if you decide to stick your hands in the water, you can definitely get them clean after. Here comes another one. Over here is Dolphin Cove, where you can get up close to some of the dolphins, and over there where those blue umbrellas are, they have you stand up up close. And I think that's part of that marine mammal exhibit today during Inside Looker. It has been in the past, and I was able to actually get to pet a dolphin in that area. So I don't know if I can get up close over there today without getting back in that line that we saw a little bit ago. But let's just kind of look over here and see the dolphins for a second. He's swimming upside down. Now SeaWorld also does special animal encounters that you can purchase, and one of them is the Dolphin Up Close tour, where you can meet a dolphin. Here comes one right now. See if he comes up over here. Where you can meet a dolphin. I think you can feed them and pet them and learn more about them. So that would be something you could do. They also have it for the penguins. They have it for the killer whales, I believe, for a lot of the different animals, and it's on their website. So if you are interested in some up close tours with the animals, definitely check out the SeaWorld website before you come, and you can purchase those beforehand and schedule your visit. Now over here they also have a dolphin underwater viewing. This is the same tank that we just saw from the upper side. So you can go down and see them underneath the water. And then right over here is the Dolphin Adventures Theater, where looks like they're having 3 shows a day. Looks like they just had one at 11, so we just missed that one. And there's a couple more throughout the day if you wanted to see the dolphin show. All right, I'm gonna head over here. This is where the Coral Reef Inside Look event is happening. So I'm curious to check this out. Check out the sea turtles. So I'm now inside the SeaWorld Rescue Center. All of these turtles have been rescued and they will be living here at SeaWorld the rest of their lives due to different injuries and things on their body that make them non-releasable back into the ocean. Hey, bud. So they have divers in the tank talking about how they clean the tanks and keep them fresh for the fish and the sea life. And check out the manatees here. They're having their lunch. There's lettuce. And these manatees in this tank, I think, are permanent residents of SeaWorld. They're not going to be releasable back into the ocean. So they live here permanently, but they do have some that they rescue and release. So like I said, they have a lot of great animal exhibits here. Like I said, we talked about roller coasters. They have shows, they have festivals. Some ways to make your trip a little bit easier, especially in the busier seasons, is for the rides, they do offer a quick queue pass, which you can purchase for the entire day. And you can go from ride to ride and use their quick queue line instead of the standby line. I highly suggest that when it is busy, if you're coming like during the holiday season, like Christmas week, right at New Year's, possibly Thanksgiving week, parts of the summer could be very busy and need that spring break as well. But then there's days like today, it's really relaxed. You wouldn't need quick queue today. Just the regular lines would be fine for that. They do also, I think, have a pass for the shows, like the dolphin show, the orca show, where you can get special seating and you can purchase that as well. So if you're looking for those kind of extra things, they do offer those on their website. They offer all-day dining here at their restaurants as well. You can purchase an all-day dining wristband. It's usually around like $50, and it allows you to get an entree, a side or a dessert, and a drink every 90 minutes from one of the quick service restaurants. It is definitely worth it if you're going to eat 2 meals here at SeaWorld, like lunch and dinner. If you're only going to be here a few hours and plan to just do 1 meal, it's not really worth it. So, but that could be something that could help your family save money that you could look into on their website as well. It's again called All Day Dining. All right, we've made it to the bottom of the world, Antarctica. And over here is where you can see the penguins. They have several species of Antarctic penguin here, and their habitat is extremely cold. Very, very, very cold. So, this is an area where in the summertime, you don't really want to come from a water ride and be soaking wet and go into the penguins, FYI, okay? But it's a really cool exhibit, and they have a brand new roller coaster that goes along with it. This white coaster here is the Penguin Trek. It just opened this past summer. It's a lot of fun, and it's a family-friendly coaster. So younger kids can ride it, and it doesn't go upside down or anything like that. It just kind of launches and loops around this area. So I think 42 inches is the minimum height requirement to ride Penguin Trek. And when you come off the roller coaster, you get to go into the penguin exhibit. And if you wanted to just see the penguins without doing the ride, they do have a line just to go into the exhibit as well. So let's see if we see the coaster come out here. There they go. There they go, off on their trek around Antarctica. All right, we're now over by the Mako roller coaster, and this building here is the underwater shark encounter where you can go through and see the sharks. And it's a pretty cool exhibit. So you get to ride on an escalator under the shark tank, and the sharks swim all around you in a tube. It's really cool. So I highly recommend going into the shark encounter if you're interested in sharks. And again, this is the Mako roller coaster. And the Mako has a giant hill with like a 200-foot drop, but it is a great coaster. It's a hyper coaster. So it's really like smooth. The hills are really smooth. You get to come off your seat a few times, get some good air time on the ride. It's pretty cool. So that's the Mako. Now here at SeaWorld, they have Sesame Street Land. And if you have young ones, or if you're just an adult fan of Sesame Street from your own childhood like I am, this is the place for you. So they have an awesome Sesame Street parade in this area a few times a day, and it'll be on your park app for the show times, just like all the other shows will be on your park app. Then they have kiddie rides, like check out the little sunny day carousel over here. So cute. And they have other great rides here for kids. They have a splash pad for kids. They have meet and greets with Elmo and Cookie Monster and perhaps other characters. They usually have a story time with Big Bird throughout the day. So there's just lots of things to do in this area for the young ones. There's interactive things to do on the buildings. So it's just such a great area. So definitely check out Sesame Street Land here at SeaWorld on your next trip. And here is the meet and greet. It looks like they have Cookie Monster right now. And I think, is that Abby Cadabby? I'm not really sure all of their names. Maybe, or Rosita. I can't really tell from the outfit. Maybe that's Rosita. But they interchange the characters throughout the day. So you can check out in here to get some character meet and greets. Over here they have the little Elmo train. So cute. And over here, Big Bird's doing his story time. This is the splash pad area. It's not turned on today because it is cool, but this is a great place to bring the young ones when it is warm out. And there's some other rides back here. There's Slimy Slider back here, and this is Grover's Coaster. And Abby Cadabby's flower pots. They're little twirly pots that spin as you go up into the air. So a lot of little fun little rides for the young ones. All right, this orange coaster in front of us is the Icebreaker. It's a fun little coaster. It launches forward and then backward. Over here, you can kind of see where it would go backward. And then it launches forward again and comes up over this hill and travels over the track. It's a pretty easy coaster. It's another beginner coaster, just like Penguin Trek. So if you have kids starting to get used to coasters, this ride and the Penguin Trek would definitely be worth it for them. Here it comes. And it's going to roll backwards. And forward. And over the hill. There it goes. So this is the Icebreaker. Now this area where we're standing is Bayside Stadium, which houses a lot of events throughout the year. And man, you can get some good views of the rest of the coaster line here. That's Mako over there, the purple one, and that's the Kraken behind it. The blue one again was the Manta that we saw earlier. And down there you can kind of see a little bit of white track is that Penguin Trek. And this blue one right in front of us, this is the Pipeline, which I'm gonna head over there now. But you stand like on a surfboard And so this is a stand-up coaster, and it's the newest coaster to open. Now this area is just finishing Christmas time, and that's why you can still see Christmas trees. They housed an ice skating show here, and then the Christmas fireworks went off right in the lagoon. And on the next event coming up, that Seven Seas Food Festival, they will house bands here on Saturday and Sunday nights. There will be a different band every weekend. So it is fun to come, get some food at the festival, and then come over here and hear a concert. And it's just such a pretty lagoon to sit and listen to music and watch the coaster skyline in the background. So there's always something fun going on here at SeaWorld. The SeaWorld Christmas event that just ended is a great event. So if you come during the holiday season, that is just magical. They decorate the whole park so pretty. They have great Christmas shows, and it's just a lot of fun. They also, in the fall time, do a Halloween trick-or-treating event for the kids. And during the evening times, they do a spooky event as well, Hallow Scream, where they have a few haunted houses. I think they have like 5 haunted houses and scare zones. It's a little more adult Halloween themed. So they have some fun fall events, and they have fun events in the summer too. This last summer they had a Bands, Brew, and Barbecue event for a little while, I think into July, where they brought in some other bands and concerts, and they had some barbecue booths. So there's always something fun going on at SeaWorld. This is the pipeline coaster. Let's see if we can get it coming right under us here. Here it comes. So again, they are standing up on the surfboard. And it's great because you can kind of let your feet go and get a good feeling of free fall a little bit in some of these places. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed my overview of SeaWorld Orlando today. I hope it gives you some good ideas of what is at this park, and if you want to visit here in 2025, some of the great things that you can plan for your trip. If you liked today's video, hit like and subscribe down below to see more, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new video, which is usually once a week. And also subscribe on social media like Facebook and Instagram, CFL Park Hopper on both. Thanks for watching.